Today is the day the Lord has made for us. From the grace he has given to Food Bank and his son called Faith he used for us today to make all battalions of women, more than 50, to be happy today. My prayer to Faith and Food Bank, the good Lord will continue to launch their coat. The good Lord will continue to keep them good health and long life. They will be going out well, coming back well. Anything they ask in the hand of the Most High God.
Going to get over Faith just yet, because every day he drops something small that becomes really, 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 really big in the eyes of the faithfuls and in the eyes of every other person. So yesterday, Faith dropped a tweet for his faithfuls and his faithful mamas, right? So let's read the tweet that Faith dropped so that we can review and analyze it. You guys know that's all we do on this channel, finding light in every story that pops on our screen. So I have the tweet here. Let me read it to your hearing. Food is more than sustenance. It's life, dignity, and connection. For World Food Day, I collaborated with Lagos Food Bank to feed a few families. This experience has opened my eyes to some challenges that I believe deserve more attention. Grateful to everyone who came out. So this is the reason I am reading this piece of tweet. First of all, Faith is saying that food is more than sustenance. So some of us, we just think food is for survival. Food is not supposed to be for survival. It is a basic amenity. It's something that every human being needs. There is a quote by Victoria Falls which said, "No plate should ever be empty." Yes, I think, yes, it's Victoria Falls that said so. No plate should ever be empty. And if you can look at this Faith tweet critically, he is tilting towards the fact that no plate should ever be empty by saying food is more than sustenance. It's not a survival mechanism. It is something that we need. So now, this is the next part that got my attention. This experience has opened my eyes to some challenges that I believe deserve more attention. So the boy was not just out there chasing clout, you know, like we normally say in this part of the world. When somebody takes on a challenge, we say, no, he's looking for clickbait, he's chasing clout, all of those things. Inside that project, whilst they were carrying out this assignment or this project, he discovered that there is yet another challenge that needs more attention. And trust Faith, he's going to, in no time at all, put that challenge out there. We don't know what it is yet. We don't know how his mind worked yesterday. We don't know what he's talking about. By this experience has opened my eyes to some challenges that I believe deserve more attention. And then the last part of it says, grateful to everyone who came through. You know, he added this with some beautiful pictures. I don't know if you can see, but I'm going to put the pictures right here, right? Some beautiful pictures of himself and the recipients of the gifts that they took out, okay? And then there was something else that jumped at me. Okay, there is a retweet here. There's a retweet here that jumped at me because if you go back my old videos, you'll see where I told you guys that I had to make my 7-year-old begin to understudy Faith. He had to start watching Faith because of the boy's strong sense of argument, brilliance, and everything. So I saw this tweet, and the tweet says, "My son of 10 years said this is called act of kindness." So the person retweeted to Faith's tweet where he was thanking his supporters by saying, "My son of 10 years said this is called act of kindness." In his voice, and tears started rolling. He said he would like to meet Faith Adewale, but unfortunately, we are not in Nigeria at the moment. So do you see that I'm not just the only one? As a mother who really, or a parent who really, really means well for their children, to train children in the way that they should go, so that when they grow, they will not depart from it. Children who are bold, children who are confident, children who have a mind of their own, children who are not scared, or children who do not shy away from criticism and feedbacks. Like we saw Faith, he was disqualified. Instead of saying back to whine, he came out stronger and he's doing great things. You know, if you are a parent who is determined to, I'm under the sun, so I'm really sweating. If you're a parent who is determined to raise such kids, you will see through the life of this boy and you have an endearment to him. So this particular tweet also jumped at me. So I'm going to be adding a little clips of, you know, where Faith also tweeted that 50 mamas prayed for him. You know, I told you yesterday in yesterday's video that one of the fans had to call her mom on video call and the woman started making declarations over Faith. There at the project ground, Faith is saying he had 50 mamas who surrounded him and also rendered prayers for him. In another tweet, I saw where somebody tweeted and said, all of those prayers will not mean anything if you do not go to make peace with your mom. Faith is not having problems with his mom. So let us just get that into the bag and clear that air, okay? Faith never said he was having problems with the mom. Go back to that clip. I'm not going to look for it for you guys because we just like to take a little out of an entire conversation and then we begin to run with the narrative. You will have to go look for that clip yourself because most of the times I will say I will look for it and I'll bring it here. I'm not going to bring that clip, but you have to go look for it yourself so that you can begin to change your perspective, change your mindset. We need a total overhauling of how we process information or things that are being passed out. We just pick the ones we want to pick and then we run with the narrative. If up till this moment you haven't joined this community, please do join this community because we bring you stories that make our screen and we do not stay to look for condemnation in those stories, but we want to bring out the light in all of those stories. So I'll see you in the next. Do subscribe.